The following footage is certified PG. Pretty great.
You know, every time I see that now, have you ever seen the show on Amazon? It's of course, I go blank on it, but it's all very post-apocalyptic show,
Okay.
and it's very so. It really reminds me of that show, and I'm looking at it right now. And so what it is like the world comes to pretty much an end, like a nuclear apocalypse and all that fun stuff, right?
Right.
And so everything is just like it's called Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So Fallout, right? So I'm watching the second season right now. And so every time I see our intro, it reminds me of that for some reason. I don't know why, dude. It doesn't. So take it for what it is. So welcome everybody to Breakfast Steaks. My name is Ed, also known as the Deadhead. With me, I got my good friend Donnie Wise, the mayor himself. How are you today, my friend?
I am doing fine this morning. A little tired. Worn out from this weekend. Didn't do a whole lot, but I'm still worn out.
God, you're old.
I know. That's when you don't do much, but you get old and you just everything just wears you out. Doing nothing wears you out.
Exactly. So, hey, and by the way, hey, yes, right, Phil, that was a great game this weekend. We'll get into it here in a little bit, but guys, this show is pretty much what you guys think of the Breakfast Steaks. Is we have a morning show every Monday morning from 6 to 7, and we talk about nothing but like everything. The only thing that we talk about is North Carolina, South Carolina. That's it. Sports related. What's going on in these two states? Why North Carolina, South Carolina? Well, Mr. Donnie Weiss himself is in South Carolina, and I am in North Carolina. So I figure we talk about sports in these two states, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, Donnie. I don't know how it is with you in South Carolina, but the morning shows here is nothing but national shows
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, there's
on the
some
radio.
local, like, oh yeah, radio,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
radio.
If I get anything here local, it's all Gamecock stuff. So,
I'm I'm sure you are very thrilled about that.
yeah, there's one radio station here, and it's called The Game, and
Yeah, I have the game in Cleveland, and I
yeah,
listen to
it's
that.
yeah, The Game here is all Gamecock stuff. So
And of course, why would you be all happy, unhappy about that? Why? I don't understand. I don't get it.
yeah, I don't care much for Carolina Gamecocks. So
Crazy. What's going on, Ariel? Phil, good to see you again, my friend. Thank you everybody on the chat.
good
Yeah.
morning.
So let's talk. So here's what happened. I want to give you a little bit of background on what happened this weekend to me. Um, I've been fasting, right? I've been doing some fasting,
Okay,
and I stopped eating at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is my stop sign. I stop right there. I go from 7 to 7. That's it. Anything
okay.
after that, I don't do that. What's going on, Dan? And so
Hey,
I Saturday, my sister wanted to go out, with my where look who we got here. So so I didn't want to go out too late, but dude, we ended up going to Yard House and dude, we ate so late. Like past like my time. It was like almost nine
oh
o'clock
wow.
by the time I was eating. And I'm gonna tell you this much. I regret that. I felt like absolute garbage after that. I don't know why. I just felt like garbage. I
Mm,
could feel
that's
I
what's
fast between every meal.
right.
That's a good one. I'm with you. And so, but your boy here is trying to go to Puerto Rico. He trying to like, trying to at least look at a decent,
Yep.
and he not trying to look bad. So that's why I'm doing that. So, but anyways, I feel like garbage. And then of course I had to go and do my meeting for my team on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, for my Sandlot team. You know what I mean? Wearing the hat today, the Broken Bat Baseball Club, which I sent to you this hat as well.
Yep. I love that
And
hat. That's got a cool logo.
yeah, and so I'm excited that baseball is finally back for me. Not that just Major League Baseball is back. I've been listening to games on the radio during the day, which by the way, I told you this is one of my favorite times of the year. It's like listening to the baseball game on
Yep.
the radio. So I'm finally get to do that. So I was very excited for that. But just just getting excited, man. And then now next weekend, we had our planning meeting, and we're ready to go, man. I'm ready to play some baseball this year.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Speaking of fasting, so our friend Zach Beeson's in town, and
uh-huh.
he went to some baseball games on Saturday. We'll circle back to those in a little bit. But
Yeah, we
yesterday,
will.
he and I went out to the chili cook-off here in Lexington,
Mm-hmm.
and there's probably, I don't know, 15 different uh, groups doing chili, 12 to
Ooh.
15.
Oof.
And he says, yeah, I got to kind of watch what I've got to eat because he's here for training at Fort Jackson for the next 2 weeks. And uh, he gets measured this morning, first thing. Weight, all
Oh.
your measurements and stuff. You got to make sure
Oh, for your uniforms and all
standard.
that.
Well, just got to meet the standard requirements. It's like
Yeah,
a regular thing. And I mean, the dude's a stick anyway.
he is. He's built right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a solid stick, but he's still kind of a stick. And
He
so
does.
we're going around getting these little, like all of the little chili samples are in these little plastic cups, like you get
I
a
saw the
to-go
pictures on social
dressing.
media.
And he literally on a couple of them was like, hold the cheese, no sour cream. Like, I mean, it's not even enough to barely take. And there was one group that was putting a single like a Tostito scoop in the cup
Yeah,
and then putting the chili in. He's like, I'll just take mine without. And the look he got from that dude, he was like, I'll take that, but no cheese, no chip, and no sour cream. And the guy goes, really, bro? Like that's the whole makeup of his presentation.
that's
And
awkward.
And I said something to him about the ice cream helmets at the South Carolina Gamecock game because he went over there Saturday and he said, yeah, the guy looked at me crazy when I just said, I just want the helmet. I don't want any ice cream in it. He's like, I couldn't afford to eat the ice cream. I'm like, and then he said he was going to go run off the chili last night, which I don't blame him there. We ate a lot of chili. I mean,
Did
those
you?
little cups add up. It's like a bowl and
Well,
a half full of chili.
let me ask you
Uh,
this: Did you pay for the entrance?
yeah,
And
it's
then
like $15 to get in.
so it's pretty much all you can eat technically.
Oh yeah, you just keep going around. You can get as much as you want,
You're.
whatever.
I can guarantee you were like, oh no, I'm not. Put everything.
Yeah, I was loading them up. There was one of them that had like a little fixins bar. It was like cheese, onions, like fresh and pickled jalapeno chopped up, and they even gave you a hush puppy on top.
Oh, I love
And I was
hush
like,
puppies.
oh man, that was so good.
See, that's the thing though. It's like now I kind of want to go and get me some hush puppies now
Yeah.
for lunch today, but I can't. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. And so I'm gonna not gonna do that. So here I'm gonna read a couple of things here. Went to Florence girls playoffs and state wrestling championships. Girls lost, but one of our boys won a state championship in wrestling. Congratulations, Phil. I gotta say about Phil. Phil supports his school. And
Oh,
I
absolutely.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So good job on your part, Phil. I appreciate you doing that. Saturday, our boys team were knocked out of the playoffs by Gray Collegiate.
Oh
Um,
man,
so sorry to hear that, my friend. And then you're right. Hush puppies go great with grits.
absolutely. They go great with just about anything to me.
Listen, I eat hush puppies by themselves, and I'm okay with that. So there's that. Anyways, so let's get going here. What else happened for you this weekend, my friend? Talk to me.
Well, the rest of the weekend it was Rhonda's birthday Saturday. So
Happy
Saturday,
birthday to Rhonda,
yep, she is.
the head of the family, right there.
She is. I'm not going to say how many years old, but she is
21.
celebrating another fantastic birthday. Yeah, we went to dinner down in Aiken on Friday night with some friend group, and neat little place. One of them wanted to try, had heard about but not tried, and it was fantastic.
Where'd you
Food
go?
was
What's it
great.
called?
It's called the Feed Sack. It's
Okay.
a semi-fancy restaurant. It's nothing super dress up,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
very casual. Aiken is very much a horse area. A lot of horse. They
Gotcha.
got
Okay.
horse racing track there. Everybody's into horses and horse racing in there down there. So very much of a it's crazy because the restaurant was in a strip mall. It's like Dollar General and all these other little shops that you
That's
go
hilarious.
inside there and you feel like you're in like this old house, like a country club, polo club kind of feel to it.
That's
Leather
awesome.
leather chairs and sofas back there around the bar that you could sit and have a drink. The tables and the atmosphere just really cool atmosphere. Food was fantastic. I got uh, the pork chop, and I think they grilled like a whole bone-in pork loin and then sliced it, so it
Oh,
wasn't like it was like I mean, that thing was damn an inch and a half thick.
my
Cut it
mouth
with a
just
fork.
watered.
Yeah, that with some mashed potatoes and green beans. Rhonda got crab cakes. One of my friends got braised ribs. One
Mm.
got like pan-seared
Now
fish.
you put some braised ribs on some
Yeah,
grits.
yeah, yeah.
Um, It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm starving already.
Well, that's what the fasting will do to you. You start talking about food, it makes you go crazy.
Well, I told you what I was trying to do. I'm going to try to do a 48-hour fast.
Right, right. So yeah, you start talking about food, and it makes your body's like, wait, you can't
My
be
s-
talking about that.
you can't hear it right now, but my stomach just growled as soon as you said all that food. I want you to know this.
Yeah,
So I
it was
blame you.
it was good. But then we got to the desserts, and man, it's like they had a bourbon apple bread pudding.
Mm,
We
mm.
ordered that. That thing came out looked like a loaf of bread from the grocery store. It was so big. I mean, we split that around the table, and then the cheesecake slice was probably about 4 inches tall, covered with caramel.
Mm.
Man, that was some good eating down there. So if anybody gets over to Aiken, South Carolina, wants a really great meal, the Feed Sack is the place to go.
Phil says, found a Western Sizzling Steakhouse in Florence. I saw those pictures, by the way. I saw them,
Yep.
Phil. Holy moly. And they had Quincy's too that felt like I was in the 80s. That was amazing. And I tried to fast until the menu finished.
Oh, Zach. Good morning, Zach. Yeah, he did. He fought it hard, but those chilies, man, those chili were good. There were
Oh my
so many
God.
good
Zach,
endings.
it's good to hear from you again, my friend.
Yeah, every time I drive through Florence, I see the Quincy's right off of the interstate, and it's like, damn, there's still a Quincy's hanging on out there. Those yeast
Yeah.
rolls, man.
Phil, now you got a new place to go check out, my friend.
Yep, absolutely.
All
But
right.
Saturday was just about Rhonda. We had
Good.
lunch with
That's
some
awesome.
friends, took her around, did a bunch of shopping that she wanted to do, got some dresses that she wanted to get, and then we had dinner with her aunt and uncle at an Italian restaurant. It was fantastic. So
That's
a lot of good
amazing.
eating this weekend.
You know what? I'm very happy. Obviously, the day off for Rhonda because it's her birthday. She is awesome. She's amazing. And I'm happy for you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Mayor. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so not a whole lot of sports happening in North Carolina this weekend, right? Like we don't have a lot going on. There was some great baseball, by the way, going on. Actually, some college baseball. There was the salute to the troops weekend. And Donnie, I know you got some of the scores, but I want to go over I'll go over the Gamecocks one just because I want to spare you that, and you can go over everything else. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So the Gamecocks, the salute to the troops baseball weekend. It was at Founders Park. The first game they lost to Army 9-5 on Friday, and Saturday they won against Navy 8-0. And then it looks like here I see Air Force. They won against Air Force 6-2 on Sunday to close out the series. I do see that University of North Carolina Tar Heels they dropped game 2 against East Carolina 10-3 in their weekend series. So there it is. So
Yeah,
awesome.
and Clemson baseball played. They got the sweep against Bryant this weekend. It's just, kind of a warm up series for them. So good for them. They I'm not even sure where Bryant is, to be honest. I'd have to look it up. But Clemson took 3 from Bryant. And then next weekend is the big rivalry. We'll have a lot to talk about next Monday because it's the South
Why is
Carolina
that?
Clemson rivalry weekend.
I made fun of you this weekend. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I always love you. So I made a good fun about I sent you something like, which was at a cult, the thing.
Oh,
Clemson.
I know.
I was dying. I was like, I want to send this to Donnie. I know he's gonna get mad.
The first thing I told Rhonda about that, and the first thing she's said is like, "Well, there's so many other colleges that are just like that."
Oh,
I'm like, she's like, every college is like that. I'm like, yeah, for their own fans.
right, but she didn't deny it though either. It was
No,
just like
exactly.
so you're like, come on. So
Oh, and then we'll get back to baseball for a second, but Clemson basketball, man, they are on a skid right now. In fact, let's just finish the baseball, then we'll come back to the
yeah, let's
basketball.
do that.
So you're talking about the military appreciation weekend that they had here at South Carolina. It was kind of a round robin for the first 2 days. They had Army, Air Force, and Navy all in town. And as you said, they lost to Army on Friday night, but Navy beat Air Force. So they had double headers on Friday and Saturday, double headers. So Navy beat Air Force Friday night, and I don't actually have that score in front of me. But then Saturday, as you said, USC beat Navy, and Army waxed Air Force 11-2 on Saturday. And again, Zach was able to make it out there Saturday, so he got to see the Army baseball team in person for the first time. He told me, and he got to see a good game there where they pretty much just took it to Air Force, and then he got to see the USC Navy game. Sunday, as you said, USC played Air Force, so they played each of the three academies each day, and then the other academies played each other. But on Sunday, Army and Navy did not play a game because they play a series later in the season. They're in the same conference.
Sure.
So rather than playing a conference game, they each kind of split off. And so the Citadel and Marshall were playing a weekend series. And then normally it's a 3-game series. They only played 2 against each other. Citadel beat Marshall. Marshall beat Citadel Friday night. The Citadel beat Marshall on Saturday, 10-6. They lost 7-4 the night before. And then Navy went to Marshall and played Marshall on Sunday, beating them 8-1. And then Army went down to Citadel and played at Citadel. And sorry, Zach, but Citadel took it to Army. They beat them 14-8 yesterday. But good to see the service academies kind of doing a whole weekend, and the fact that Army went to play Citadel kind of stayed in that whole military-ish theme there, because Citadel being a military-based college. So good stuff, good baseball, good mix of stuff here in town with all the academies here.
I'm going to mention one because obviously it's my alma mater.
Yeah, y'all had a good weekend.
My Kent State Golden Flashes went down to number 13 ranked in the nation, 13th ranked in the nation, Tennessee Volunteers, and got the 2-1 series win. So they lost their first game on Friday, but they came back and won Saturday and Sunday. So super proud of my alma mater, Kent State Golden Flashes. I mean, come on. The Flashes. I mean, that's a great name for a college. I was so happy to hear that. It made me I felt very proud of being a Kent State Golden Flash. I just wanted to mention that because it's a very big thing, right? You're the 13th ranked team in the nation. Like the Tennessee Volunteers are a very good team when it comes to college baseball, and to go out there and go and beat them in Tennessee, even better. So,
well, anytime the SEC team loses,
makes you feel better.
Yeah, the world wins.
Exactly. Where I am not an SEC hater as much as that guy. He does not like his SEC, which it's okay. I understand that. Hey, Phil says that high school baseball season starts this weekend.
Midland Valley.
Midland Valley will play a preseason tournament at White Knoll. Golden Flashes sounds like a misdemeanor. Probably right.
He's not wrong there.
I'm not. You're not. I could have had a couple of those, but I didn't. So thank God. So there's that.
Yep.
And so like I said, I want to keep up a little bit with the baseball, really quick, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Because I wanted to go over some scores here for.
Well, I was going to show you my hat too, because
this is a beautiful hat.
Yeah, this is one of the hats that the Fireflies are doing for next weekend's game at Segra Park. I mentioned South Carolina Clemson are playing next weekend.
Yep.
Every year it's a 3-game series, a home neutral home scenario. So this year the 2 quote home games are on the South Carolina side. So they'll play Friday night here in Columbia at Founders Park. Saturday they'll play at Segra Park,
Okay.
and then Sunday they play at Clemson. And
All
then
right.
they alternate that every other year. So like next year they'd play Friday night at Clemson, Saturday at Greenville at Fluor Field where the Drive play, and then the Sunday game will be at South Carolina. So they kind of do the neutral site is always
Sure.
closer to whoever whoever gets the 2 home games that weekend.
Love it.
So the Fireflies the last couple of years, well, this year and 2 years ago have done specialty hats. Well, I think each time they've done specialty
Mhm.
hats, but this year they did these really cool tritone hats. So it's got a purple brim. This one's the Clemson one, obviously. Got a purple brim
Yep.
with the Firefly here. Let me get in.
Didn't know it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and orange back panel. South Carolina was the same way. It's just garnet on the back, black brim with the garnet in here and the inside there. And so it's kind of the same design, just color scheme change. And they've got jerseys this year as well. So I have the Clemson themed Fireflies jersey, and they have South Carolina one as well.
I like that. That looks good.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Why
fun.
didn't you get the Gamecocks one version of that? Oh, I'm just asking. Just a question.
So
God.
really looking forward to that. It's going to be some good baseball next week. In fact, so I'm going to the game Saturday here at Segra Park, and then our buddy Zach, we've been talking about, Zach and I are going to drive to Clemson on Sunday to see South Carolina at Clemson, which will be great because it'll be a rivalry game at Clemson. He's always wanted to see Doug Kingsmore Stadium. I've seen games there. It's been a long time since I've actually seen
Sure.
a regular Clemson game there, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
That's amazing. You guys have already getting out to see some baseball. That's
Absolutely.
good for you, brother.
Yep.
As far as I mean, again, this weekend for me, I'm not going to be watching and going to a game. I'm actually going to be finally getting out in the field. Hopefully, the weather stays. It says it's going to be in the upper 60s. So I said, as long as it gets up above 65 and it's sunny, I'm out there. So we're going to be out there playing some baseball. So the team is going out there. Broken Bat Baseball Club. Make sure you follow us. Did you know that we've created and sorry, this is a little personal thing, right? But our team created a TikTok channel. So
wow.
we just created it last night. It's just created and a YouTube channel. Why? Well, we're going to try to do some live stuff.
Okay.
For that, try to do some live games, some when we're doing practices and things like that. We're going to do some content. So we're trying to build our brand, and it's all about building the brand for Broken Bat. So we're very excited for that. So
Fantastic.
Yeah, man, I'm very excited for that. I'm super, super happy for that. Did you know there was some baseball games going on this weekend?
A few, yeah.
So I'll go over Sunday's scores because that's the most ones. And I'll keep it to some of the teams around this area, right? So we have the Braves are 1-1 right now. They're 0-1 at home. But they lost 8-1 to the Minnesota Twins this weekend on this Sunday. Let's take a look here. What are the Nationals is another team that people follow, at least up here in North Carolina. And they won 16-8 against the Miami Marlins. 16-8, bro. That was Sunday. All right. So let's keep it there. Let's go back one more Saturday. Let's take a look here. I'm looking at the Washington Nationals. They won against the St. Louis Cardinals 6-2. And then the Atlanta Braves won their 5-1 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, these games, why am I talking about these games? Because it's spring season. We're starting to finally get games. And I don't know about you, Donnie, but there's nothing better than to listen to in the middle of the day, in the afternoon, listening to a ball game while you're just doing work. Because I know you work outdoors like I do, right? Like, I'm on the road all day in my job. And let me tell you, dude, there's nothing better than listening to a ball game.
Absolutely. I've started working some with Rhonda at the office and helping her with some stuff a few days a week when I don't have my regular fiber splicing going on. And the thing I love about that is I can sit in there and put the TV on, which I've been doing for the Olympics the last few weeks. But now I can throw
And we're going to get into
game
that
up there and just have a baseball game on. I don't care who it is, just a game, whatever it is. That'll be kind of fun.
So here's an interesting question from our chat here. And thank you, Phil, for that one. That's a really good question. Do you all take spring training scores seriously, or you're just like, it's just practice?
I don't take it seriously.
One, I don't take it serious, but two, the only reason why I listen to the games is I want to listen to what's going on with a lot of the minor leaguers,
Yeah,
because obviously what the majority of those major league players, they're going to be on there already, right? So I want to get a good idea of how our farm system is doing.
Yep.
But that's pretty much it. Why I listen to look at the box score.
Yeah, the only
That's
thing
it.
I'll really look at when it comes to scores, if we give up a lot of runs, I look to see is there a pitcher that struggled or
Yeah,
what was it? I mean, I could care less if Judge hits 15 home runs in spring training or whatever. It doesn't matter to me because he should hit them because he's probably facing pitchers that don't know how to pitch him or anything. They're trying to learn. I mean, like the Yankees scored 20 runs on Saturday. And I was like, wow, they've scored 20 runs. But I
yeah.
didn't be like, oh, look at that. They just killed Detroit. Oh, we're
No,
big. Like, I don't care.
it has nothing to do because because once you start looking at the box score, you're like, oh my god, these are the double A, single A players. Like they're just
Right.
at that point, you're like, whatever. Because like for example, for my Guardians, right? Like I know that like on the first game that the Guardians were playing, first of all, the Saturday it was a split squad, right?
Right.
So a lot of the major leaguers were playing, but they only play what 1-2 innings.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
after that, they're done, right? So it's like really not that important when it comes to the major league. So the box scores are never an important thing that you should even pay attention to. Is it
Right.
fun? Absolutely. Would you get an idea? Not really.
Yeah, because like Judge on that game, he was 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. I'm like, oh wow. But then you look and see who he's facing, and it's like, okay, you know, one guy pitched 2 innings, one guy pitched an inning.
Right.
I don't even know who these guys are for the Tigers. I've literally not heard these names before. So um,
Exactly.
you start trying to check and see, and it's like, okay, they're, maybe a double A pitcher or a triple A pitcher that's trying to. I mean, they went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tigers had 9 pitchers. Yankees had 7 pitchers in a 20 to 3 game. I mean,
Exactly.
it's I just like seeing them play. Just the fact that the game's going on, there's some movement, they're kind of
100%.
dusting the rust off. Results don't mean anything to me. I literally, it's like football preseason. Who cares what the records are in NFL preseason? Um, because again, it's all the backups playing most of the time. And I'm like you, I want to see um, what some of the other guys did that are not. So like George Lombard, he goes 0 for 1 in pinch hit duty. Some of these other guys, you start looking at these other backup players that come in after the starters who only
Correct.
got 3 at bats. And it's like, well, what did they do? Because they're probably playing against their normal level when they come in. And, some of them did pretty good, some of them didn't. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And again, do I watch it? 100%. Am I listening to it? Yeah. Listen, I was driving around on Saturday all day, with the family, with the wife and daughter, right? And then my daughter's like, "Daddy, can you put audiobook?" And I'm like, girl, baseball's going on right now. You about to listen to some baseball.
Right.
It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm already in there. I'm in that mode. I've been waiting all winter for this time, and you honestly think that I'm gonna about to put Percy Jackson audiobook over Major League Baseball? That's not happening.
Right.
My wife tried to warn my daughter, and she's like, "But daddy," I'm like, no.
That's when the kid gets their headphones. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go into
But
my
that's
little
what
world.
exactly. That's like, "Kid, you got an iPad or you got your toys." She brings out like her whole like a whole suitcase sometimes full of toys and everything in the car. So do that. Let me have my time.
Well,
You know?
that's what us dads that don't have girls call princess in training.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when she gets to be older, that's why we go on a trip. You and I got a backpack and a little thing, and the women
Yeah.
have like 3 suitcases. She's learning now, carry
It's
everything.
it's funny you say that. So I told you the
And
other
I can
day.
joke about it because I didn't have a daughter. So
No, it's all right. I get it. Trust me. I'm there. So we and so I told you we're going to Puerto Rico
yeah,
in March. So we're gonna go see if it's the first time she's ever getting on a plane. It's the first time she's going to Puerto Rico and all that. So she's very excited. So she's been counting down like the days and everything, right?
right.
Full blown countdown.
Yep.
And we ask, Siri and all that, hey, what, when, how many days until such and such day, right? And so she has her own suitcase now. We bought her own suitcase, her own backpack, and it's like, baby girl, this is it. This is for you. Everybody's taking a carry-on. That's it. We're taking carry-ons. I even bought those things where you can take the air out, right? So you
Oh
can
yeah.
put more
Yep.
because I'm like, bro, I'm not these airlines. I'm sorry, I'm getting on a tangent, but these airlines are charging $1,000, and I'm obviously overreacting here,
Yes.
but like they're charging anything and everything.
Oh yeah. It's crazy the charges they try to hit you with now. You just
Like I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing this. So I got my own. I bought me a carry-on suitcase because I didn't have one. I have a backpack, and I'm like, I'm not trying to kill my back. And then so Darla, my wife, has one, and then my daughter has her own. So each of us have one,
Yep.
and so that's what we're doing, carry-ons. That's it.
Yeah, it cracks me up when they have this whole weight thing and it's like, oh, you're 2 pounds over on your suitcase, but you can pay to keep it on there, or you can pay for a second bag. So
Right.
so you're telling me it's a problem that I'm 2 pounds over, but it's okay if I check a second 50-pound bag. Like,
Exactly.
what?
So such a scam.
It
Such a
is.
scam.
It is ridiculous.
It really is a scam. So, and again, I apologize, guys. We're getting on a tangent here, but it's an everyday thing here, okay? And uh, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It really is. So, but yeah. Anyways, but yes, getting back to your question, Phil. Yes and no, right? Paying attention to the box scores. It's again, like Donnie says, it's okay, right? It's
We like
okay.
tangents.
Yeah, it's true story.
Yeah.
But it's okay to pay attention to the box score. It's okay to look at what's going on because it kind of does give you an idea on the minor leaguers. On the major leaguers, they're just ramping up on that.
Right. You just want to make sure your standard guys, your mainstays are, getting the work in and they're not slumping or having a problem or something. Because if somebody in spring training's like having a hitting slump, it's like, dude, this is not the place to have that because you're not
These are
even
minor
facing
leaguers
the
you're
best.
hitting
Yeah, you're not
against.
you're not facing the best of the best here. So you better not be having a slump. You should be crushing it pretty
Yeah,
much and kind of getting in game form. And then the younger guys, you start seeing a guy. It's like I don't know that name, but you see him start killing it, and you're like, all right, that's somebody that might you know get a call up, might help somebody come in when somebody's
exactly.
hurt. So yeah, that's what you're looking for is those guys.
100%. That's exactly what I'm
And then,
100%.
like you said, I like to look at the minor league guys and see how they're doing. So, being that the Fireflies are a Royals affiliate, and I, normally I'm a Yankees fan, but I will follow the Royals box scores as well to see if any of the guys, not necessarily that many of the Fireflies now, because it's low A, are
Yeah.
playing, but some of the guys that were here a few years ago that have made their way up to at least double A, maybe some triple A that got invites to spring training. See if any of those are getting in the game against the big boys and see how they do.
Yep. 100%.
So,
100%.
yeah,
So, and I listen, I gotta go back to a spring training game. I really do.
yeah, it's been a while for me.
The wife says like, "Hey, we probably should go back to Arizona because that's where the Guardians are at, right? They're in Goodyear, Arizona. Like, we probably should go back." And I'm like, "Girl,
Yeah,
don't threaten me with a good time."
exactly. I
So
saw a good post yesterday too.
yeah,
It said, "Why are the Yankees playing in the Tampa Bay Rays stadium for their spring training games?" And I'm like, because Tampa was in that stadium last year.
that's hilarious.
That was
That's
funny.
good. That's
Like,
good. That's
yeah.
really good. Th- It's fun. That's funny. Are they playing in that stadium or where is Tampa playing again this year? I don't know.
Well, Tampa's playing in their normal spring training was
No,
somewhere else.
for the season.
Oh, they're gonna be at Tropicana.
They're going to be at
Yeah,
Tropicana.
yeah, they got the new field in there and everything. I've
Okay.
been watching the patchwork,
Oh, the roof
the
patchwork looks
patchwork
rough.
roof looks rough when you see it from the inside because some of it's kinda
Like
yellowish.
different colors.
Like, I don't know what they gotta do. I don't know that there's anything they can do.
This looks bad.
It does. It's like now I've seen uh some video of or it was like a time lapse of
Mhm.
the field itself being replaced recently,
The turf and all that?
the turf. And when you see the time lapse, at some points they have the lights on and they have some colored LED lights up in the rafters. And when they have it certain colors, it makes the light or the tarp up there all kind of unified.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if they're going to do something like that and have some particular color they can put on that's not distracting, that
Yeah.
kind of makes it all seem like one color. But
Like it's
during the
just one.
day, if they
It
do a
looks
day
rough.
game, there's not much you can do. The sun's going to be bright outside. At night, I don't think it's going to matter. I think at night games, you
And for
won't
the
have.
most part, they play night games anyways.
Yeah. So it's probably
So,
not going to be that big of a deal unless they play a day game, and then they'll
yeah.
just have to do something with the lighting.
It is what it is. You like, I mean, you have to survive until you build a new stadium. That's
Absolutely.
pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And so, what are you gonna do, right?
Exactly.
Um, I'm just happy for them that they're back there. Listen, did I did a little inside part of me wanted them to move to Raleigh so they can become the professional team in Raleigh? Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I won't deny that. 100%.
Yep.
But, they're staying in Tampa, which is good. There's been a push for Major League Baseball to come to Raleigh right now. That's one of the major cities that are being mentioned right now that are ready. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there is a lot of back and forth. Yes, that's right, Steve. It is back, and there's a lot of back and forth about the stadium these days. And I've been trying to keep up with it because there's some conversations about where the new stadium is going to be in Tampa. I'm very excited to see what they're going to put. From the renderings that I've seen, like there is the Atlanta Braves model,
Oh, of course. That's what a lot of people are
right?
trying to do now is, well, I mean, it was almost mentioned to some extent when you talk to the guy about Zebulon. I mean, they're looking to do kind of a whole restaurants and entertainment district around that stadium as well.
Yep.
That's the model that everybody's going after, just like the Braves did with the Battery. Now the Battery is a little overboard in my opinion, and it's to become damn near too expensive to even go down there for anything because there's so much there. But it's one thing to do all that. It's the other thing is to have the room to do all of that. And they built
Yep.
it around the Brave Stadium, but now it's just so condensed. It's a nightmare getting in and out of there.
That's the problem. Like, if you keep it in that area,
Right.
it's gonna fail. It's gonna be the same thing again, but you gotta move it back inland so that way you'll have a lot more buy-in. Like Steve says, like, you get a lot more buy-in from the city and the county for it to be built properly, and I'm
Exactly.
all for that. I think that's why a lot of teams are doing now. Like, I mean, you gotta have the buy-in from every area. Like, if you have, bars and restaurants and things like that and shop, it's gonna be great for everybody to
Yep.
have. I'm all for that. Because then you said, let's say like, us the guys were planning, the DSC Sports Boys, right? We're planning to go to Tampa, right? For the weekend, right? And
Yeah.
you want to be able to do other things, and if you spend a lot of time there, right? Let's say it was like, hey, we're going to go to we're going to go to the Tropicana field, right? Field to go and watch the Tampa Bay Rays. But we want to do other things before we get there, like go to
Right.
some restaurants and things like that. So we want to be able to do things.
Yep. Yep.
But if you can't, you can't. Yeah, make it a destination, not just for the game. You gotta go to the Tribe. You don't do anything but go see baseball.
Right.
Exactly. Same with,
Absolutely.
you know what? I'll say this, same with the Miami Marlins.
Right.
With the
Oh yeah.
Miami Marlins, there's nothing.
Yeah. Because again, they built it where the old Orange Bowl was in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yep.
So there was nowhere to put any of that kind of stuff because you're surrounded by houses.
Which is
It's
the
like you're
dumbest
driving
thing you could
I
have
know.
done.
You're driving through neighborhoods to get to the stadium, so you're
Dude,
just
you park
passing
in
all these.
front of houses. They charge
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah, these people are gonna make some money for themselves to save you some walking. It's like, "Yeah, pull on my grass, I don't care."
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can fit 10 cars in my front yard,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave your keys. I'm like,
make a
"Nope,
couple
not
100
doing
bucks.
that."
Right.
So, no, I'm with you there. Like, I'm glad that they're gonna be doing a whole thing, and that's where you see it. It's like, the the Tampa Bay Rays are gonna be doing that. The Braves did that,
Yep.
right? There's gonna be other teams that are gonna be doing the same thing. here in Raleigh, they set up some area so they can do a multi-use facilities, right? Like you have the restaurants, you have the hotels, you got businesses, you can stay there and all that. So it makes it, like you said, Steve, a full destination for you to come here, hang out, spend some money. And it's very smart on the Braves, right? Because the Braves is a brand now.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
They own the whole land and they rent out the land to these other businesses.
Yep.
And that money, guess where it goes? Right back to the Braves.
Right back to the Braves. Yep.
That's if I'm a, who was a lot of minor league ballparks are doing that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing here with the Fireflies. I mean the Fireflies were
Correct.
the stadium, Sacred Park was the anchor for that whole what they call the Bull Street district.
Yep.
I mean it was multiple acres of property. It used to be the state mental hospital years ago, and it sat dormant for 25 years actually, I think.
Yep.
And then they started developing it. The first thing they built was the baseball stadium, and right beside the stadium they built a high rise like five-story office building and converted one of the old buildings that connected to the ticket office into a restaurant. So they had a restaurant, offices, and stadium to start with. And now there's multiple restaurants. There's lots of housing. One of the first housings they built actually was a retirement home. And that was fantastic because you got some of these senior citizens that basically can look out their window towards the
That's
stadium
awesome.
there, and they can walk up the street and go to a ball game. So, they have they've got a lot of built-in fan base, and a lot of the younger kids are buying up these condos and apartments on there now. But I mean, if you like baseball and you can live there, I mean, I told Rhonda, I said, if we could afford to live there, I would do that. I'd walk over to the baseball game every night.
It's funny you say that because like I remember when I was there a couple of years ago when I first met you,
Yeah.
there was not a whole lot there.
No, and if you come back today, you'd be like, damn, they built a ton of shit here now.
All I remember
It
is I remember there was the ballpark and the parking garage.
Yep. And the parking garage they had to build because we were parking out on the dirt under the
Yep.
trees and having to walk up dirt paths and take shuttle buses up to the stadium.
Correct.
And they were like, we got to get a park. So there's a parking garage now that is right catty corner from the stadium. There's REI, there's Starbucks, there's a brewery, a couple of restaurants, and all this other housing. And there's just continues to be more going in. So it's really developed. In fact, they've also built one of those that's like you see a lot now with the outdoor space with like multiple food vendor type restaurants. It's called The Gathering. So you basically can just like hang out there on the weekend on a Saturday. There's a huge AstroTurf area for the kids to run around and play on.
That's cool.
And then you go inside this building and it's like a food court mall type thing with all these different restaurant styles in there. So you just get you some food, go find your picnic table to sit at. And so it's really, really come a long way.
That's amazing to hear. Love to hear that. Absolutely love to hear that. And so I see, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You got to make it and again, I go back to your word, Steve, make it a destination, right? Why not? And I'm sure that brewery has a special beer in that they work with the team.
Well, there is one that does, not that one, but there is one that does.
See, now that's a missed opportunity.
I know, but I think that brewery's changing out to a different ownership. And so that if I'm them, I definitely am going to do that. I'm going to have a beer, even if you don't partner directly with the team. You got to have something that's team specific or something like that. That's
100%
ties to what you're doing.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, absolutely. All right. So let's switch gear. We got here 15 minutes before the top of the hour. And so I wanted to talk about something that we both were watching yesterday live. And yeah, that'd be cool. Get insight from the team and maybe sell it in the stadium. Doubtful, but very cool idea. 100%.
Yeah, because there is one, Steve, that they do that with. Columbia Craft Brewing now makes it's called Blinker Fluid, which is they had a name the beer contest with the fans, and with our mascot being a firefly, Blinker fluid was the name that came up with for the new light lager that they sell. The cans have the logo on it. They sell it in the stadium, and you can get it out in the community and everything at the stores.
There you go. So, okay. So, going back to what I was talking about, that's the women's. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah,
Women's hockey. They played the gold medal game against Canada. Overtime game. Very excited. It was an amazing goal at the end, right in the 5-hole. Like the way it was, dude, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's like a movie script.
Exactly. So I was like, holy Jesus, right? It was like amazing. And so I was like, okay, so this is setting up for, and I was telling my wife, I was like, this could set up for a USA Canada men's gold medal game. And I'm like, oh my God, if that happens, that'll be wild. Because the US men's hockey had not won a gold medal since 1980.
Yeah.
Since the Miracle on Ice, which, by the way, that wasn't the gold medal game either.
Right, exactly.
A lot of people think that was the gold medal game. That just got them to the gold medal when they played Finland, right? And so I was like, that would be very cool, right? You know, I'll say this: I cannot stand the Kachuk brothers. Can't stand them. Both of them. I know you know why, but I can't. All right. So I was watching the game, and then I was like, holy shit, this is going to go into overtime.
Yeah.
Another sudden death.
And they were saying that, the American players are probably hoping for overtime just because
3-on-3 at that point, they have the advantage.
Yeah, and the Canadian coach does not like that scenario at all.
No. And to be honest with you, as someone who watches hockey, who likes hockey, the overtime rule for 3-on-3, I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I love it too. I know he came out after the game and was like, once you take 4 players off the ice, that's not hockey anymore. I'm like, well, it is what it is. And I'll give him this: in the Stanley Cup playoffs, they don't do that. So I think that was his take on it, was that, this gold medal game, it should just be a regular overtime with full squads. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is again. So
whatever. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it?
Right. I mean, your guys had the same advantage to get a goal. So,
dude, listen. Okay, I get it.
They had a huge power play for 4 minutes and didn't do anything,
and they couldn't score a game, a goal. Right? That's my thing. Listen, I understand that you don't like it, but you have to plan for it. Right. The fact that you have the disdain for it, I get it. I understand. Oh, it's not hockey. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Like in baseball and hockey and basketball and football, there has been so many changes lately, right? Yeah. To get away from this was like our sport. There's been so many changes since the original game. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. Okay, but you still got to do your job and plan for it.
Absolutely. Yep. And it is what it is. I mean, we don't like the rules, some of the rules on baseball. We don't like some of the rules the NFL has for overtime. But, that's what they are. So
deal with it.
Exactly.
You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
That really makes me so annoyed sometimes. It's like, these people's like, oh, that's not real hockey. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Just like baseball. It's like, you know what? We got used to it. We adjusted.
Exactly. And it's just like, if they played a full overtime period with full squads and it was still tied and it comes down to shootouts, I hate shootouts. Like, to me, that's like, ugh, now you get lucky and get one by and you win the game. I mean, that's even worse to me. Shootouts in hockey and shootouts and penalty kicks in soccer kind of remind me of a runner on second. It's like you're just trying to okay, we got to hurry up, get this thing over with. Let's make it as easy as we can.
I know you hate the runner on second.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I hate that.
I know you do. But that's what I'm saying. I don't. I'm to the point where I no longer oh, there's another change. All right, cool. What is it?
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? The ghost runner on second, it doesn't bother me. I wish it was a ghost runner on first instead of second, and I'm
I do
okay with
wish
that.
that if you're going to do it, put it on first, not second. But I'd
Correct.
rather it just
Exactly.
not be at all. At least not for a few innings. Give you a few
Exactly.
extra innings to try.
Exactly. Do 2-3 innings of just regular baseball. After that, put the runner on first.
Yep.
3 innings. No, okay. After that, put it on second. Right.
Yep.
And so there's a progression there, and I'm okay with that. With hockey, all right, do 5-on-5, then 4-on-4, then 3-on-3,
Yeah.
and after that, shootout.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Right? Because then
Absolutely.
you got the first overtime period, okay, 5-on-5. Second overtime period, all right, 4-on-4. Let's see how that goes. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's
Step
gotta
down and do smaller time frames. Do 10
some
minute
small
with
progressions,
yeah.
correct, exactly. So we'll see how it goes, man. And listen, it is what it is at this point. Like people are gonna be bitching about everything, and no one's ever gonna be happy.
Right.
No one's ever
Absolutely.
gonna be happy. You gotta be happy with the majority.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: Canada had a lot of opportunities,
Oh yeah.
and so did the U.S.
Yep. They dominated that game
The whole game was
just
dominated by Canada.
physically and controlling the puck and everything. I mean,
Yep.
I was surprised to some extent that we held on and didn't get down a couple more goals because Canada was super physical. I mean, they just really I don't know what it was with our guys, but their guys were just manhandling ours and keeping the puck down in their end of the ice. And it was just Hellebuck just was I mean he was a hell of a goalie. So
Yeah. Also, I'll give it. He plays for the Stars, I believe, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually got him on my fantasy hockey team, so I'm
Okay.
happy for him. But yeah, that one save that he had with the stick, the deflection that prevented that one goal, pure luck. But I mean, that's what you need sometimes is pure luck.
And to your point, Phil, right there, right? US was 2 men down at one point. You're
Yeah,
100% correct.
yeah, they had 5-on-3, so they still couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So don't blame the overtime rules,
yeah,
you know, because that's not how it goes.
yeah.
Like
And
you had the opportunities and you didn't
and
take care of them.
my friend Clark that was at the chili cook off with Zach and I yesterday, he asked me when we were sitting out there. He said, "Have you watched the Netflix documentary on the Miracle on Ice guys?"
Mhm.
And I said, "No, I haven't." I said, "I've got it on my list to watch." He's like, "You got to watch that." He's like, "It is really cool. They go back and show you like they do a side by side, like one of their pictures of them from the team compared to how they look now." And they interviewed all these guys. They took them back to the same arena, and it's a lot of footage from the 1980 Olympics.
Mhm.
Dude, if you have you watched it?
No.
Okay, you got to go watch it.
Yeah.
It's called Miracle: The Boys of 1980.
Yeah. I saw the Disney movie.
Fantastic. This is better than the Disney movie. No lie, because this is legit. Like the actual footage from the Olympics
Yeah.
itself. And there's a lot of behind the scenes. And what's funny is they're showing the players a lot of video that was shot with their family members or of them
Yeah.
that they would have never seen at the time because either they were living it or they were so busy playing they didn't get to watch the news teams interviewing their family members and stuff. Maybe they've seen some of it they've never seen. And it was fantastic watching that. But what got me is like the speed skating. They were showing how the speed skating, like now it's in a nice arena,
Correct.
clean, controlled. Speed skating was done on ice that they made outside the high school building in Lake
Speaking
Placid.
of, did you see that one guy that got his face sliced
Oh
off?
yeah,
Fuck
that was brutal, man.
the
That was
hell.
brutal.
Shit.
Excuse me. But I mean, just seeing the events like the luge shoots and stuff, how primitive it looked from 1980 compared to how it is now. You got to watch it. Anybody out there listening, you gotta watch that documentary. If it doesn't make you
I'll look
cry a
for it.
little bit talking to those players, it's crazy. I mean, you see them tearing up. seeing video of their parents from the time, because most of them have lost their parents by now.
Yeah.
Some of them lost their parents around that time. Man, it was rough. But
All right.
just the things they went through. And Herb Brooks, it gives you a different,
Herb
well, I don't know
Brooks.
if it's a different perspective, but it gives you a perspective on Herb Brooks, a real, like, this isn't movie stuff. This is like real life perspective, and how, and they interview Herb's daughter and son as well. And I mean, that guy, he was hard on those guys. I mean, because they were all amateurs as well. That was
Yeah.
the thing. They were all amateurs. They were from different colleges, and like they said, going into it, they didn't like each other because they were from different colleges. You had guys from Boston University, guys from
I
Minnesota,
remember that. Yeah, I remember
and
there
they
was
were
this talk about they didn't like
they
each other.
right. So what Herb Brooks did is he made all of them hate him. That was his goal.
That
to
worked
bring them
out.
together. Yeah. So again, watch it.
We'll do.
It's absolutely fantastic. We watched that last night. I told Ron, I was like, you know what? We got a few hours. We watched the closing ceremony, which had already happened. We just pulled it up on Peacock and watched it. And then after it went off, we went up, laid down in bed, and watched this documentary. And it was just like a good way to finish out the Olympics experience for the last couple of
I
weeks.
think the U.S. ended with 12 medals
I think
overall.
so. 12
I think
gold. I think it was 12 gold.
the most that they've ever gotten
Yeah.
in a Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Absolutely.
Also, shout out to Myles Garrett. Got engaged. An elite. You know what I mean? I was like, go for it, guys.
Yeah, did you see?
I saw the memes.
Oh my gosh. Talking about how she won gold. She starts dating him. She got silver.
Silver. Yeah. I actually thought that was super hilarious. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, when you do a meme like that, that's when you're working. It's not mean. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. It's kind of funny how to tie it together. And I don't know about you, but both with the Canada women and men's hockey teams getting the silver medal, I love the video clips that people have been posting of them receiving the stuffy.
Yeah.
And the look of disdain on their face, but they look at it and they just roll their eyes like, "What is this? Like, what the hell is this?
Like, why the fuck are you giving me a fucking stuffy after I just lost a game? Give me the silver medal and shut up and
exactly.
leave me the fuck alone."
It's like they just look at that thing like, "What the fuck?"
That was embarrassing. I'll say that was pretty embarrassing.
I mean, and it's not just them. Like every person up there on the podium that didn't get that,
the gold medal, yeah.
Well, I think the ones that got the gold got it too. But you get the gold medal, you don't care. You're like, oh, cool, stuffy. You get a silver medal and you get a stuffy. And you're like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you give me a one of those things? Even if I win the gold medal, I'm throwing it into the stands. Like, I do not care for that,
right?
At all.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you're gonna give them that, give them a care bag or something for them after the ceremony.
Yeah. That's right.
Like a gift bag or something.
Because what you're doing now is you're putting them on TV for the whole world to see, and you know what's gonna happen. You know, a lot of them are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, and if you're the next Olympics, you got to look at that and be like, "All right, we ain't doing that."
You're like, "Oh, don't do that."
Nope.
Which is that's one of the stupidest thing. Like, you give them a stuffy,
right?
Really? Like, are we really doing this? We're giving people stuffies after they lose a game? Because you saw as the U.S. was celebrating, right? You saw them, and then they panned out to the Canadian team. They were all just sitting there like, "Fuck, bro."
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know if I don't know if you know this, but like, the NHL has more Canadian players than U.S. players.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're like, now we got to go back. And a couple of the guys are from my team that I follow, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I was like, ooh, this is going to be, you know what I mean? But it's a good rivalry. Like, at the end of the day, like, I think there was only like one fight against in the Canadian against Canada and USA. I think there was only really one serious fight. Other than that, it was a pretty I'll say this, and I might get hate for this. We're about the top of the hour, but that 4 minute minor, I think it was too much.
Yeah,
I don't think he purposely hit the guy in the face with the stick.
Right.
It was unintentional.
Yeah,
because he was going for the puck. Everybody, it was clear as day. So like when you give him a 4-minute minor, I'm like, man, that's a little rough.
A little harsh there, yeah.
Give him a 2-minute, obviously, because you hit him in the face. It is what it is. Unintentional, intentional. It is what it is. But like, bro, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they're just trying to prevent it from escalating further, but like you said, a lot of these guys play on the same teams in the
They
NHL.
play with each other, right?
Play with each other. It's like it's not quite like it used to be, and yeah, it's just, and that's another thing about that documentary. I mean, these guys didn't; these were all amateurs. They weren't NHL players, so
Mhm.
they knew nothing about the other competitors except for what they had seen in international games.
Correct. So, all right, guys, we are here at the top of the hour, 7:00 in the morning on the Eastern side. So thank you very much for joining us here at Breakfast Takes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you are watching this. We are on YouTube, we're on TikTok, not on TikTok, I'm sorry, on Instagram, on Facebook, even on Twitch. So make sure you hit that follow button. We will be back on Monday to discuss more things that are happening in the sports here in the Carolinas. So make sure you follow the mayor and myself. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good one,
All right.
guys.
Bye.